This week, Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson expressed his regret for signing a law to ban local mask mandates as cases of COVID-19 continue to soar in his state.
That our cases are at a low point. Everything has changed now. And yes, in hindsight, I wish that had not become law.
This may be an illustration of how the nation collectively declared victory in the pandemic far too soon. The Delta variant continues to surge and is refueling a vaccination push across the country. COVID cases rose in every state by at least 10% in the past week. Weekly vaccination rates are up 26% from last month, but still only 49.5% of the population is fully vaccinated. Politicians are split on how to attack the COVID resurgence. Louisiana has reinstated its mask mandate due to the low rate of vaccination and climbing numbers of cases.
The onerous thing we can do in order to try to curb transmission and give some breathing room back to our hospitals is to reinstate the mask mandate.
But in Florida, where new cases have increased 50% from last week, Governor DeSantis remains defiant on mask mandates. He signed an executive order banning local school districts from requiring students to wear masks.
Let me tell you this, if you're coming after the rights of parents in Florida, I'm standing in your way. I'm not going to let you get away with it.
As lawmakers struggle to find a congruent message, Biden had strong words from the White House.
Some governors aren't willing to do the right thing to beat this pandemic. I say to these governors, please help. But if you aren't going to help, at least get out of the way.
Sharon Weston Broome is the mayor of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. She joins us now to discuss the conditions in her city and the state. Mayor Broome, thank you for being here. Tell us about what's happening in your city with the virus.
Well, thank you, Charles. I will tell you that our hospitals here in Baton Rouge have the most COVID patients than at any other time in the pandemic, and our hospitals are reaching capacity. We have beds being placed in hallways, people are being treated in the emergency room, and our ambulances are backing up at the hospital doors as more patients come in. So I think that's just a snapshot of what we're dealing with. This week, another 110 beds will become available as our hospitals increase their capacity, and we're also getting help from nurses provided by the state and federal government.
What do you think, what do you attribute that to most? Is it vaccine hesitancy among people in your city? Is it state guidance on mask mandates or not mask mandates? What do you think is making Baton Rouge such a hot spot?
I think it's a combination, Charles. I will tell you, with the advent of the vaccine, everyone became very optimistic that people would go get vaccinated. And as a result, many of the restrictions were relaxed. And I think, unfortunately, with some of the restrictions being relaxed, our citizens became relaxed and complacent and not realizing that COVID-19 was still with us, and now in a more intense form with the Delta variant. And so we're doing everything possible to encourage our citizens here to go get vaccinated. We want to increase our vaccination rate so we can look out for the health and well-being of all our citizens, from our students to our elderly.
Some places are reporting kind of panic vaccinations. As cases rise, more people freak out about it and they basically run out and get a vaccination even though they had previously thought that they didn't want to do it. Are you seeing an uptick in vaccinations as you see an uptick in cases and deaths?
Well, we are seeing an increase in vaccinations in our area. I will tell you that we certainly right now have about 40.8% of our people who are fully vaccinated. That's not enough. But I do believe that we are seeing an increase of citizens getting vaccinated because of what you said. You know, many people now see what is happening to the unvaccinated. We know that the vaccine helps protect our people from going to the hospital and having a severe case of COVID-19. We know that the vaccine helps prevent that. And so I think people are getting the message, whether it's from government officials, leaders, family members, or the medical professionals. But we still have to
The,
push that message.
the mayor of New York recently mandated that people who wanted to do indoor activities, eat at restaurants, go to gyms, would have to show proof that they had at least received one shot of the vaccine. Are you considering any sorts of mandates in Baton Rouge, whether it be mandates around masks or mandates around vaccinations?
Well, we certainly are in compliance with the state mandate of masks in indoor facilities. We started it first with our city parish employees. And I will tell you, Charles, I think we have to be open to any and everything to mitigate this Delta variant that is becoming so intense in our community. So we remain open, but we do have those safeguards in place as it relates to mask mandates, which is not only taking place in indoor facilities, but certainly as our students prepare for school as well.
Is your city getting all the support it needs from the state and the federal government?
We have an excellent collaboration with our state partners and our federal partners. Early on, we were one of 13 locations for a mass vaccination site in the nation, one of 13 in the nation. So we want to thank the White House for recognizing the work that we had been doing and our commitment to mitigating and reducing the number of folks with COVID-19 and increasing our vaccines. But the journey continues. We've got to continue to get people vaccinated. We are in a battle right now.
Mayor Sharon Weston Broome, we are rooting for you and the people of Baton Rouge to get this under control and get back to a more normal way of life. Thank you so much for your time tonight.